want to say something good about the Arava Institute as somebody, going back to my role as a former parliamentarian. The Arava Institute has something really neat called its Track 2, which is basically they bring together former government officials or really smart policy experts in the Israeli and the Palestinian sides and start talking about different policies and try to do things below the radar screen and sometimes over the radar screen to work together. And when I first heard about it, I thought it was like many well-meaning initiatives of the civil society. It's great symbolically, but its impact is minimal. But I want to tell a story that might question that kind of cynicism. I was in a meeting with the civil authority, the people for the Ministry of Defense who basically run the West Bank. And I was lobbying there strong. One of my major initiatives to bring more renewable energy to the Palestinian sector. I see Mike Roth and I wrote an article about the potential there. It's unimaginable that Israel exports 90% of the electricity to the West Bank, to the Palestinians, and they're given very, very little opportunity to generate their own renewable solar energy. So that was something that I pushed very hard. And as we got to talking about it, and they started talking about it, they said, well, if you want to make this happen, you should go to the Arava Institute, because they were talking about the need for there to be Palestinian partners. They have real Palestinian partners. They're really making things happen. They had no idea that I had anything to do with the Institute. I said, who's that organization? Yeah, there's this group down there in the Arava. And I said, wow, this is coming from the Israeli establishment. Even this, I would say, the right-wing establishment that's not exactly a zealot on behalf of Palestinian solar rights. And here they are saying the Arava Institute is getting things done. And if you want to talk to pragmatic people. So that's, I think, a shout out to people who've worked long and hard in this area. And I was very pleased to hear that. It's been much harder with the present government, naturally, which has no interest at all in empowering Palestinians. But I think that when there was a government that was more open, there was an important contribution that was being made. And I could see the Arava Institute ready to make it once again.